Is it too late to buy XRP right now? Is it too late to buy Bitcoin? Is it too late to buy Dogecoin? I get this question every single day. And I wanted to make this update video to quickly tell you guys that I just right now again bought the XRP dip as we got towards the $1.07 level. Again, I'm not 100% sure that this is going to be our move towards the upside, but if we decide to go back down, I'll layer my buys because I believe the bull market is here. I believe XRP will be seeing a, hopefully, again, that's my own bullish thoughts, $10 price target over the next few months. And I believe that every single time that we dip right now, it's a pretty good opportunity. Again, you have to understand I'm not your financial advisor, but we opened this account together. I put a couple $100s in and I told you guys, I think we'll be able to flip this into a very good amount over time. Right now we got about $200 in a position on there. We're still a couple $100s in the profit. And even right now I'm thinking, man, we could actually try, for example, buying into the breakout that perhaps could happen here. As Bitcoin today set a new all-time high, the narrative is quite bullish, but XRP has been going down. And actually, most altcoins today have seen a slight downside, even though generally speaking here, the market is so extremely bullish that it's those bull market dips that we've witnessed. Anyway, to get back to the story, right? As I've stated for the last few days, if you just kept on buying the Bitcoin dip and try to sell at an all-time high, the amount of profit would have been quite insane. And I personally think, again, that if we're talking about XRP here as well, by the way, if you want to join our team, our trading team, link is down in the description below. It's on Blowfin. Anybody can join. We were in 5th position. We right now, I think, have fallen down ever so slightly. Yeah, you can see we're at the bottom here at the 13th spot. But again, that is our trading team. And make sure you press the like button, by the way. I personally think as well, if we just do it for XRP, we continuously buy, even now between $1.08, let's say, and $1 every single time. If we just kept consistently picking up that dip. Again, right now, for example, I just bought, you can see here, this little green arrow is where we bought at. This is what I've been telling you guys a few hours ago, for example. We bought at, I don't even know what level. And unfortunately, this buy of mine barely did not make it. It was just now at $1.0869. It barely did not make it. Right now, we just over the past few minutes here got, or seconds, got rejected at this trend line because the course of XRP, generally speaking, here has been quite converging, let's call it, right? You can see that prices are basically coming closer and closer together. We're not really making any breakout, neither below $1, neither above this $1.30 threshold. And I could say it's converging. But to be honest with you, I'm not so sure if this is more bullish or bearish because of the underlying Bitcoin structure, where Bitcoin, again, has been going mostly up, sideways, but up. Then again, whenever that happens, a lot of money flows out from altcoins into Bitcoin. And if you compare it to coins like Ethereum, for example, XRP's performance has been such miles better than Ethereum, yet many are not looking at Ethereum's price action and thinking, hey, that's been really, really bad. They look at it as quite neutral, and that's because Ethereum really hasn't gone for a rally in a while, whereas XRP is up a ton. But if I look at coins like Cardano, XRP, etc., because they've started to finally move, I personally think that now that Bitcoin perhaps has taken some of the dominance back, it will flow quicker into some of the coins that recently showed strength, as the community right now has gotten a little feel of these pumps. No, but all the joking aside, right now you can see XRP. I just bought like 4 minutes ago. We started this video 4 minutes ago. I literally bought 4 minutes ago. And even right now, I'm going to post this really, really quickly just to tell you guys, I personally don't think it's too late. What I have said though is that here, for example, on this Bybit account, remember this Cardano trade that right now is 180% of the profit? I made a video a few days ago saying I'm buying Cardano now. You know what happened quickly afterwards, guys? I posted the video and this trade was at a minus 30%, right? I was at a 30% loss for a little bit. People looked at it and laughed. They're like, Dusty, you're such a stupid trader. I understand. But the thing is, I have a longer breath. I realize that if I'm just buying these freaking dips, we're in a bull market. Yes, I might be down for a little while, but theoretically speaking, it's too precious not to pick up, as every single time Bitcoin has dipped here, if you just kept on buying, the amount of profit you would have made is insane. Similarly with Dogecoin, similarly with almost any other altcoin. And so my thoughts are to just, as long as it works, let it keep working. At some point you might say, oh, but Dusty, we might lose. Yeah, but now we've already done it 7 times in a row. We kept buying the dip and it kept working. You don't need this to work 15, it only needs to work twice or whatever, and you've got your losses out. And it's happened 7 times in a row. And so again, the longer you wait, the more you keep observing, the less of a chance you've got to correctly time the bottom and sell the top. And I just think, man, if I am going to look back on this in the next few months, I think I would be more proud of myself if I just kept buying dips in peak bull market when everything's looking so good and trying to sell slightly higher than me being like, oh, you know what? I'm going to wait for that crazy big correction, which might only happen in a few weeks from now when Bitcoin's already topped 100,000. XRP perhaps is already above $1.50. Maybe he goes crazy like the last week. If you were waiting for dips this last week, you wouldn't have got any. And that's the thing I'm fearful of. I'm not really so fearful of buying too high and then losing some money. I'm more fearful of not buying in enough. The price goes insane-o, and I will always regret I didn't buy more. Because again, I can always average my price down lower, right? But the moment that things start going up, I can only average my price up higher. It's less preferable, obviously. Anyway, I don't want anybody to FOMO though. I want to quickly say this is not financial advice. And if you're not getting yourself a proper dip, it's never wise to try chase the pump and be like, you know what? It's up so much here. I should still buy in. Let me just, even if it's an awful entry. No, you can wait. You can see and take a look at when the price is proper to get a little entry in where it makes sense. But right now is the market for it, where again, we're looking for primarily entries, seeing as to where we can buy some more. Right here, for example, is a make or break moment. But again, the dip looked quite logical. This range right here seems to be where a lot of the XRP price bounces off of, or ranges within. Right here, though, we can see that over the last couple of days, this specifically, the point that we're at right now, this $1 line is going to mark for a very interesting pose. Perhaps though, we just break through and all of a sudden it's just up from there. I kind of hope that that's going to happen. It could also be that we just slowly look like this and break down again, maybe even go back to $1. I'm going to be the first to tell you a lot is possible, especially with Bitcoin just setting a new all-time high and right now, let's call it retracing. As Bitcoin starts falling down, perhaps we're going to see a slightly lower point now as the range has been broken and ultimate has been reached. But generally speaking, this is all I'm doing this bull market. And that's also what I think the most profitable strategy is if you're not a full-time hodler. One of the most profitable things can be to just try and buy the dips of coins that are doing pretty proper, that have solid communities and don't have crazy drawdowns in bullish moments. So for XRP, I mean, last season, right, when the all-time high was, when the high was reached, it was because of a lawsuit win, but it came up so much and came right back down the same or next day. Weak, right? Not sustainable. Here, we got to above $1 and are now sustaining that dollar level, even slightly above it, like 10% above it. I personally think that shows a lot of strength. And as long as Bitcoin doesn't make a crazy move, that might be sustainable. Now, to get back to it, let's say you're not really a trader. Should you still be buying? Well, think about it from my perspective. If I'm thinking that XRP, which I am thinking, is going to go to $10 this cycle, then is it too late to buy? Well, if I'm a really short-term thinker, I could be thinking, yeah, there's a possibility it's going to come right back down to $1. And so I'm not going to buy in. Plausible, right? Makes sense. Sure. But on the opposite side, if I'm thinking not about where it's going to go tomorrow or the next day, but I'm thinking of where it's going to head throughout the run, the next few months, for example, well, then if I'm thinking it's going to go to at least $3, the all-time high, but maybe even $10, $12, it's a 10, 12, let's call it X from here, then no, we're not really late to buy. Matter of fact, really early. Bitcoin is at a high point, sure, but Ethereum is still 40% down from its all-time high, right? Even Solana is not at a high. XRP is nowhere close to a high. We're in a bull market, and we've been for years, but we're not in the alt season where things just go absolutely nutty, right? It's still all pretty reasonable. Today, the gains are not that crazy. And so I keep trying to say to people, this is, at least in my opinion, one of the best spots to be in where we're still early for everything. It's not too late where everything's already completely pumped out and I'm really, really worried. No, most of these have not seen price discovery just quite yet. Most of these coins have not seen any all-time high, and that, in hindsight, will probably have been the best point to buy at. Again, I'm not your financial advisor. These are just my thoughts, and this is what I'm doing. I may be wrong at the end of the day, though. It's very much possible. All I know is if you've not done it yet, make sure you go ahead and press that like button. I'll also be letting go more and more of my top portfolio, top coins, and top videos like that, because I'm realizing many people have no idea where to start. But in my opinion, the best thing to do to start is just buy at least one different crypto. Buy $10 worth. See how it works. See how it makes you feel. And then you also realize if the volatility is something for you, yes or no. And then as you buy one, you realize that there's a little difference between all these different coins. You might realize what the different coins do, etc., etc. I keep seeing people ask, hey, is it too late to buy HBAR? Is it too late? Well, again, following my analysis from just now, since most of these coins are not even close to their all-time high, are we really late to buy them? I don't think so. But yeah, make sure again, if you want to trade, just check out Blowfin. The link's in the description down below. Right now, only a few more hours. There's a little action going on, but perhaps by the time you see it, it's already finished. And then anyway, you still can join our team, our trading team. We are in 13th place. I'm trying to win this. We are already winning $500, but if we get to the top of the top, I'll make sure to double our price. If we win $3,600 or $3,500, I'll make sure to also give $3,500 to the best players are on our team. Right now, we only got a couple hundred in, so make sure you join it with the link down below. And make sure you put that notification bell on, because in case something crazy happens, you want to be notified. You can always ignore the notification, but you can never turn back time.